Stadium in downtown Cleveland. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Cleveland Browns. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Run! Go.
Herbert to throw right away. And his first look is incomplete. You look at this Browns defense. They've had their trouble stopping the run, Charles. Currently 29th in the NFL in that department.
Stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out. Being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
Some trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Herbert. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
A gain of 14. And the Jaguar first down.
Go.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to take over here up near the 40. It's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Motion man is Schwartz. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. He'll get it inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Anthony Schwartz, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Running on first down, Eckler. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Myles Garrett, the all-pro defensive end, there on the stop. You look at this Browns defense. They've had their trouble stopping the run, Charles. Currently 29th in the NFL in that department.
One thing players always tell us is that they never really pay attention to numbers. I don't believe them for a second. They know where they rank, okay? They're not quite at the top, but they're far from the bottom. But let's face it, they want to move up. In order to do that, they've got to look at each other and make sure everyone's taking care of their assignments in order to play the run better.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on third down. Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
Set.
Eckler now between the tackles. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. It's out, it's loose. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they put it on the ground here on the second drive. And, of course, Charles, that follows drive number 1 where they had the INT.
Makes you wonder what's going on with this team because a lot of times we can attribute it to nerves, but maybe it's a lack of focus. Maybe it is the preparation for the game. Maybe they just came into a little lackadaisical because that's just not looking good at all. That's just not the football that we came here to see.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Watson. It's caught inside the 25. A big play that time for Cleveland. 43 yards. How about this first quarter for them throwing the football?
This defense has zero answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking. I keep throwing the football until they make me change.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a third down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Throwing on third down, Watson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's the hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
York able to send this one through. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early two-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. From the 25, here's second and a couple. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
And this may be the one to build on right here. It's the second quarter. They've got nothing on the scoreboard as of yet. They need to put something together, and this is a good start as they get the completion there for good yardage and a first down.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. 46 yards on the ground for him so far.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Here's a give to Bigsby. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get him, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48.
A gain of 3 on the play. First down, Jaguars.
Herbert changing things up. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Martin Emerson. And the Browns are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. After the interception, here's Watson. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Now a 2nd and 10. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Cooper's first catch, and good for a first down. Back to throw, Watson. Over the middle, that's caught by Schwartz. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. The Browns at 5-7 now on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on, put that one behind us, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Watson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. York able to send this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Let's go, let's go.
On 1st and 10, it's Bigsby. He'll get this to about the 38.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. This one caught by Ridley. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. He needed a yard. That's exactly what he got. Earns him a new set of downs.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient at picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
As we've seen, their first 2 drives didn't yield anything points-wise. Certainly feels like they think to themselves, it's time to open this thing up, taking the big shot downfield.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And some room to run now. And a strong run that time as it's across midfield and down to the 43. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Bigsby. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
But if you're going to have a relay race, you're probably going to pick your backs and receivers to run it, but don't underestimate the conditioning of the offensive line. They're out there just dictating things, staying on the field, and keeping a long drive going.
Here's Herbert now on second down. A short throw to Ingram. And they'll have it in the red zone before it crosses over out of bounds. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. This 2nd and 4. Now it's Herbert. This is swung out to Eckler. Touchdown! Austin Eckler. He has career touchdown number 78, tying him with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Jaguars are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Eckler will get it into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And that'll make it 13-7.
Makes the score Browns 13, Jaguars 7.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Now this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Andre Sisco. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
It certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. After the turnover, here's Herbert. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Here's 2nd and 10. Herbert now. He's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. The kick by McManus is good. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And he's going to have a Browns first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line.
And, Brandon, you know that expression, he just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL, and all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And quickly, they get to the line. Off of play action, it's Watson. And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
Brought to the ground by the linebacker, Foye Oluokun.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. Able to power through. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Deep ball for Goodwin. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Marquise Goodwin, 56 yards. As his guys are able to extend their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Throwing quickly, this is caught by Kirk.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Here's Herbert.
Completes it to Evan Ingram. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 35.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Again, Herbert. Touchdown, Jaguars! Christian Kirk. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars are back within a score. McManus's point after is good. And the lead is down to a field goal.
Jaguars 17.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
From the gun on third, Watson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards 2:22 on the clock. Man open, it's Goodwin. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. And Chubb will try the middle here.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Chubb with a first down carries. He'll get about 3 out of it. Make it 2nd and 7 coming up.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Going out wide, finds Chubb. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now it's 3rd and 4.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Watson now going to run the option right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Deshaun Watson keeping it himself from 7 yards out. And the Browns are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. York now for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Browns 27. Jaguars 17.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Well, that's where this Cleveland crowd, the dog pound in particular, make it difficult on opposing offenses. It looked like they might have had troubles communicating at the line, and it leads to the incompletion. Back to the air, Herbert on second down. And that is caught. Hits Ridley. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 33 yards that time.
And here's a spot where this offense says, we got to start making something happen. We're down 2 scores. It's the fourth quarter. We've got to start moving with some urgency. And here's a big play that gives them a ray of hope that they can get back in this one.
Baylor tight. Go, go.
On first down, Justin Herbert. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Anthony Walker. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on. And maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
At the Jaguars' 43-yard line.
Here's Watson now on second down. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
He's going to air one out. And got his man complete. Touchdown, Browns. Anthony Schwartz with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this fourth quarter. Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Take over first and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
The offense on third down, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Hey, ram. Whoa. Set.
Here's Herbert. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Ron Thornhill. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
The Browns take over first and 10 at the 46-yard line.
After the interception, here's Watson. Over the middle, complete. That's Goodwin. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll make it second down.
It's now second and 6 at the 42-yard line.
They go up the middle with Chubb. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside the 40.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. Here's Watson. And this one is incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
They go with Chubb on second down. Shedding the tackle. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. First and 10. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the 4th.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed, like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do.
Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point by York is up and good, and the lead is now 24.
41. Jaguars 17.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think...
And oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Browns are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win.
On the double.
And they'll indeed take a knee. And they take a knee.
Set, hut.
And they will take a knee here. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for